Megan Fox has the story.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Megan Fox, a national journalist.
Mastodon. I will never be able to say that.
It feels like the Flintstones live there.
It does.
Well, don't trust women. I think you just touched on that with your last. That's what they brought. We're going to have to bring back chaperones.
Oh, Lord Jesus. No.
Just careful. Stop! Break! Ooh. Hard right.
How did you screw up a stove, Megan? You're a woman. I thought that was baked into you, like at the genetic level, how to operate kitchen equipment.
And honestly, Megan, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I've been very nice to you.
You get Dino hanging out outside chewing on a large bone. I highly recommend being targeted by the New York Times and Rolling Stone for weight loss. And I'd say, keep it coming. I need to lose 20 more. Please, keep it coming.
Explain to me, Megan, why did this country not have a holiday once a year? That's the time you vote. If you don't show up and vote, up your ass. You don't get another chance. You don't get, I don't care if you're in the hospital. Crawl to the stake, crawl there. But that's it, 1 day, 12 hours, and then you're done. And you count them that day, and that night you know who the hell won.
I will eat you alive. You want to tangle? You want to go?
The only thing going through my head is, what are you going to do when Megan Fox runs wild on you, brother?
He made a deal with the devil. She's the devil.
He wants that.
Oh, God. Gross! Oh! All right. Penalty box for Slug. Yep.
Of a mile.
Are you ready to behave yourself now, Slug?
This frustrating rep.
Are you ready to behave yourself? Repossessed puppies. I'm hiding Pork Chop. ASAP. Have you seen his little Pork Chop? Oh my God, Pork Chop is the cutest.
That sounds bad.
Have you seen it?
Pork. It's pork.
Though you may be tempted, do not contact any person or persons mentioned on this stream. Do not even think about contacting anyone who may be the topic of the daily news. If you should do that, the host will question your IQ, possibly call you names, and mock you for disobeying these basic rules of decency.
All the best.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, and we are on day 18 of the Timms trial. I'm here with Jennifer Williams from You Are the Power. How are you, Jennifer, this morning?
I am super. I'm super.
Well, you look amazing. And House of Flux is here. I saw that you were playing zombies this morning. I saw you were.
I was. I finally got one of the mods that we've been like trying to get to work for like 2 months. I finally got it to work this morning. So I'm like, finally we can do this on stream. I'm so excited.
Good. It's fun. I like being friends with you on the gaming things because I can it's like I can spy on you. I know what you're doing when you're playing games. I can see it.
I was like, I was playing zombies.
Because I got a little notification that says Flux is playing House of Zombies or whatever the hell it's called. But it's just funny. Speaking of, yes, coming soon to the intro, river dancing. I will have to talk to Slug about that. He will have to put that in there because speaking of river dancing, I did some editing of my footage. Would you like to see a little bit of it?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Here we go. Look, it gets so stupid.
Oh my gosh, you look so happy.
Well, we were laughing super hard. I mean, it's good stuff.
Perfect.
It's good stuff. I mean, so look at this poor hiker. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part when this little old guy goes walking by. Look at him.
Gosh.
Look at his face.
Like, don't
You
mind
sent me
me.
the picture, and I'm like, who is this dude in the background?
Just a random hiker. There were hikers like up in the woods, you guys, watching from the woods. It was so funny. They were amassing on the trail.
That is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
That's all you get. But if you had your bingo cards open, you can check off river dancing now because I did show you a little bit of it. All right, and I am working on the song that is going to be played underneath the video. Jennifer and Carrie will be doing their river dancing this Saturday at their 5K or after their 5K. Very exciting. Flux, did you pick a date yet to get down to the ocean?
We're going Saturday.
Ooh,
Oh, so you're doing it on Saturday. Okay.
Yes.
So we just have to check in with Roz to see when she's and Mo. Mo needs to do her green screen, and it's going to be so fun. It's going to be ridiculous. You know what's fun about Mo being on the green screen is that we can put her into any of our videos.
Yeah, we can put her into all of them.
We can put her into all of them. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like button for the algorithm and subscribe. And if you think you're subscribed, make sure you double check to make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is asshole. And if you are not following me on Locals, you will get notifications there like every single day. MeganFox.locals.com. It's free to follow me there. If you want to pay for extra content, it's like $5 a month and it's a lot of fun. We have a live chat going over there. We had the memes are over there. It's a good time. I'm going to run a promo here at some point soon. So don't sign up today. We'll sign up a different day when I have the promo going. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Also, super tips are open. And not open on my window, which is a problem. So let me get them open on my computer, supertip.gg/Megan Fox. You can go over there and support the show with fun AI voices. And my goodness, we do have a lot of fun with those, don't we? I mean, we do. And I missed one the other day from Rylan that I want to play because I missed one. I think it was yesterday and I saved it so that we could play it today. Rylan Poole, thanks for the 5.
I pursued and obtained a degree in biological chemistry because I was inspired by men like this geneticist and Indiana Bones. I wanted to help people through medicine. Unfortunately, the medical research industry is overflowing with narcissists, and I couldn't deal with the ego and petty power games. I now do concrete work. The people are rougher, but they're genuine.
Wow. What a story. Seriously, what a story. I really appreciate you sending that in, Rylan, because I hear you. There, a lot of the medical industry is taken up by these egos and these narcissistic personalities, which I think is a thing that we're all kind of discovering and lamenting because it really hurts. It hurts the care and it keeps people like you out of the industry. That sucks. Vice baby, thanks for the 5.
Right, Megan, you'll be on time, but we forgive you. Love y'all.
I was so going to be on time, but I was only 5 minutes late, so it's not that bad. I mean, come on. So pinned to the top of the chat is the bingo link. We have a new defense bingo. If you have been following along, you may open and generate as many cards as you wish, as many cards as you need to in order to win. You know, because we're not against cheating here. We partake in it, you know, liberally, let's say. And in fact, I have added panel cheats to the bingo card today. All right, so here are the squares that we're looking at today. Tit Talk, Nothing Burger, Boom Roasted, State Badgers Witness, Reading Glasses, Mic Drop Witness, Mic Drop Judge, Thug Judge, Witness Makes State Look Stupid, Damn! Witness Bonds with Jury, Irrefutable Proof, Free Space, State's Doctors Are Paste Eaters, Brassy Locks, Cahunty Behavior, Hair Talk, Sidebar, Objection, Hearsay, Sustained, Overruled, What Would You Say You Do Here? Witch Sighting, What a Bitch, Making Shit Up, Flux is Gonna Get Angry, C-Word, Get Squunched, River Dancing, Spider-Man Meme, Do You Have a Question? Angry Swede, which he won't be here today, so I apologize to any of you who get that on your card. Chat Breaks Panel, Megan's blood pressure is over the roof. Sidebar, Questionable Certification, State Repeats Objection, Cork on the Fork, Circle Squunch, Chat Contempt, He Sees You When You've Been Bad, Rude, Judge Werther's break. Shut up. Simulation does not disappoint. Chat hates prosecutor. Panel hates prosecutor. Unknown significance. Everyone gets angry. 15 minutes of obligatory bullshit. Squirrel. USA. Dumb and proud. Dumb and proud. Panel
Yeah.
and fake words. All right, everybody. That's it. And I have generated my card and it looks like this. Let me show you. And we can now check off river dancing and free space. Nice. We have two things that we've already started out with. Two things. We are going to continue the testimony of Dr. Gerard Pals. And I don't have it pulled up. I don't know why. Are we across? We are. We're across. We were all getting very, very angry. I have taken my blood pressure pills. But he is on Zoom. It is a little bit difficult to hear. That's what we have captions on, though, so don't worry about that. He looks like Santa Claus. We love him very much. And all right, here we go. Kahunti Locks is crossing him right now.
The factor 9 testing that was done.
Let me back up so we can hear the full. Wait, where's my captions?
And I apologize for that you were in hospital then. Did you see the factor 9 testing that was done at Showa that came in at 85? That was normal.
I'm not sure I've seen that.
Okay. Because the range would be anything over 21 is normal, correct?
Yes.
In your article that was referred to earlier, Genetics of Osteogenesis Imperfecta and Suspected Child Abuse, you state that you always consult an experienced radiologist regarding the interpretation of the radiographs. Did you do that in this case?
Yes, I showed the radiographs to the
Did they make a report?
Wait, hold on a second. Let me let you finish your answer, and then this box you ask the next question. So finish your answer.
Yeah, that's right,
yes,
Judge.
I showed these radiographs to the radiologist in my team, and we concluded that the quality of the radiology is exceptionally low. I work nowadays in
All right, get over here.
It's dumb and proud.
No, we could do. I think it's state's witnesses or paste eaters.
Yeah.
And also witness makes state look stupid. I don't know which one to get. I think I'm going with paste eaters.
So fast. We got to stupid Americans and
yeah.
all of our doctors
all right.
are stupid so fast.
I'll let you do two. We'll let you do USA Dumb and Proud because I have it on my bingo card and I don't have the other one. And the other one would be witness makes state look stupid. Makes state look stupid. Okay. Oh my God. This is so great. So so now we know the quality of the x-rays were extremely low. I love this guy so much. Rozilla, is it too early to hate the prosecutor? Listen,
Never.
The chat, you guys have to decide amongst yourselves when you hate the prosecutor. And if you've decided already that you hate her, well, then we'll have to check it off. But that's completely up to the chat. You guys are going to have to confer and talk about it and let me know. Where is this doctor from? He's from the Netherlands, and he is currently zooming in from the hospital where he's recovering from a small stroke. The guy is a rock star. Literally a rock star.
Bacterial resistant infection or whatever
right.
he was dealing with. Like, holy
right.
shit.
Yeah, he had a lot going on. There's a lot going on with the poor doctor, but nothing affecting his brain. So his brain is perfectly working perfecly fine.
Radiology is considered not used to this bad quality of X-ray imaging.
Did he write a written report?
We're not used to such bad quality.
Which films did you show him?
I showed him
all of them, probably.
DICOM files that I received. So there are X-ray images of hands and feet, and of the limbs, which are quite normal, and then some not very good quality, let's say it, of the talks of November 22, I think, just when Jameson.
I like when he says, and some not very good, let's just say it, not very good quality. Does this qualify as witness mic drop? Because I feel like we're already there. Your shitty x-rays were so bad quality, we made fun of them, is what he's saying. We made fun of
Three
you.
times now. He's brought it up 3 times.
3 times. I'm going ahead with it. I say witness mic drop. If you have, I have that mic drop witness on your bingo card. Go ahead and check it off. Yeah, states doctors or paste eaters. We have already checked off. Wow.
Was like 6 weeks old, and then of January.
Okay.
After that.
And he noted that the limbs had grown normally.
I haven't looked at that.
Okay, I thought that's what you had just said.
He said they looked normal.
But you expect normal growth of limbs also in cases of osteogenesis imperfecta.
In your article,
Mild cases.
in your article I just referred to, you acknowledge that people could use osteogenesis imperfecta as an excuse to get away with child abuse.
That's not my statement, that was the statement of a number of radiologists in a paper that I'm referring to there.
You noted that a non-radiologic issue would be something that you would refer to because you can't always answer the question just by the x-rays.
That's the same for abuse. It's not a clinical or medical diagnosis. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in court here.
So isn't it important to consider that James...
What was her question? It was too muffled. I didn't hear her question.
Refer to...
Wait,
You noted that a non-radiologic issue would be something that you would refer to because you can't always answer the question just by the x-rays.
That's the same for abuse. It's not a clinical or medical diagnosis. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in court here.
So isn't it important to consider that Jameson had no new bruises when he was in foster care?
Uh-oh, he's frozen.
Doctor froze.
Fuzzy x-rays are easier to find abuse or anything else you're looking for, says Jen the Couch. Very true. True. If the x-rays are terrible, what the hell are we looking at? We don't know. We could say it was anything.
Remember, Verena Brown tried to show Carrie and Brady where she thought the fractures were, but she was like, I think over here, but I'm not sure because I don't read x-rays. You couldn't even see them.
Yeah, there was huge news in the What the Hales case today. Lynette Preston is being sanctioned by a judge in Levy County. Flux, did you hear about this? She didn't show up for a deposition. Yeah, she didn't show up for a deposition. She's getting sanctioned for it. It's going to be epic.
Yes, we lost you again for a moment. Ms. Fox, if you'll repeat your last question, please.
Based on that, isn't it an important factor to consider that Jameson had no new bruises when he was in foster care?
Actually, I expect no further bruising and no further fractures because it must have been an effect of the medication that he was exposed to in the womb. The effect will have worn off after a few months.
Oh,
you
wow.
think it's important to consider that he didn't have any additional
No,
fractures
I would expect it. He just answered. He just said no.
I don't think so.
Asked and answered. Objection.
Do you agree that rib fractures rarely occur in osteogenesis imperfecta persons who are under the age of 12 months?
No, I don't. Very often they are undiagnosed until an X-ray imaging is done for another purpose. And then we very often see non-symptomatic rib fractures. And And we don't know how often this occurs in the general population because we don't have skeletal surveys of the general baby population.
You would agree that based on the information that you were given, there is no family history of osteogenesis imperfecta on either side?
That's to be expected. Yes, I was given that information, yes. But if it's not
You said
the
that didn't
collagen
matter.
genes, you don't expect a family history because then you expect a recessive.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and check off boom roasted. This guy he has only had to explain this to her multiple times.
I know.
Boom roasted. I could have answered this. No, we would expect to see a recessive gene. Is there something wrong with your absorption that you cannot absorb what this witness is telling you? He's already said it multiple times. Oh my God.
All I see is Jenny from Forrest Gump going, "Are you stupid?"
Are you stupid?
That's
or
what
something?
he's thinking to her.
Are you stupid or something? Yeah, exactly. Chat, don't complain about the ads. The ads are set to every 30 minutes, which is very lengthy, and I have to eat somehow, and the ads will continue until medium wage is achieved. If you want the ads turned off, just send those super tips and super chats, and I will turn off the ads when we get to medium wage. I don't ask for a lot. I'm not asking for maximum wage, but medium wage is good. Medium wage for a medium smart journalist, I think, is fair. And, you know, if you can't afford it, that's okay. YouTube will take care of it with the ad revenue. And so then everybody's happy, right?
Yep.
So we're good. All right. So in these super chats, though, we do have Strange Little Badger, who's been a member for 4 months. This is Let's Flock and Go. Love from Yorkshire in the UK. Well, Strange Little Badger, you will be pleased to know that in my cup today is Builder's Tea. That's right. I shall never go back to that weak, disgusting thing that Americans call tea. I'm tossing it all in the trash. Maybe
Toss it all in the harbor.
I'll toss it in there. You know, I really have a problem with Sam Adams and the boys. I think they tossed out all the good tea, and Americans haven't known what good tea is ever since. What the hell? Oh, John Naylor says
it's just like a fuck tea kind of thing. You know, we just...
It was fuck the
tea, and we never got back to it.
Yeah, we just never got back to the good tea. I think people were probably boycotting it and being like, grow American tea. But I'm not sure that American tea is any good. Like, I'm just saying. Lipton is okay, but it's not like Builders, and it's not like Yorkshire. I'm telling you, even my children noticed a difference. I mean, the kids took a sip and were like, wow, what is this? I mean, guys, Builder's tea gets as dark as coffee. I've never seen a black tea get that dark. And it's not bitter. It's delicious. My only problem of switching from coffee to tea is that I don't take sugar in my coffee. But in my tea, I like a little sugar. But man, now I'm starting to get guilty about it. Like, oh, I'm having sugar every day in my tea. That's not a good thing. Jen, you're muted. Muted, boomer! Is that on the bingo card? I didn't put it on the card. Damn it,
guys. Can't you do honey instead of?
I could. Yes, maybe I should switch to
yourself.
Maybe I should switch
That's
to
what
honey.
Mrs. Lux does.
You know what? I should do that because the local honey here also is good for the allergies.
Honey. Yeah.
So yeah, I will switch to honey. Good idea, Jen. I had not considered that because I have been putting just a teaspoon of sugar, but I do really like the tea with a little sweet.
Yeah.
And cream. So the cream is no big deal. I have cream in my coffee all day long. I did squirrel. You may check off squirrel. Shit, I don't have it on my card. Okay, I have to write it down. Squirrel. The chat, John Naylor is saying that the chat hates the prosecutor. Are you all, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to
put up a poll.
I'm going to put up a poll, and that way we will know for a fact if the chat hates the prosecutor. So let's see. Start a poll. Do you, the chat, hate the prosecutor? Yes or not yet. Start poll. Okay, we'll give it a few minutes and we'll see where it falls, and then we'll check off the box if we get.
Do I get to vote since I'm in the chat too?
Sure, why not? Why not? I'm not going to be picky. I'm not going to be picky. All right, let's get back to the good doctor here. He's roasting these people.
If you don't know, then there is no family history, usually.
Did you get the factor 9 assay results from January 14th that were 85, which was within the normal range?
Yes, but that's irrelevant after so much time.
Did you also get the January 15th platelet count that showed 285?
She's just ignoring what he says, but it's irrelevant.
Yes. Did you get the APTT count of 32.7 on January 13th, which was in the accepted medical range?
Accepted normal range, yes.
Did you receive the DEXA scan that showed that the bone density of Jameson is normal?
I don't recall that. I don't think I mentioned it in my report.
Okay. That's an important factor, that his bone density when he was old enough to have the DEXA scan is normal.
He would expect that.
If it was lower after birth due to the exposure to the medication, the main problem in osteogenesis imperfecta and other bone diseases is in the collagen, not in the minerals.
Did you note that he had a successful outpatient circumcision?
Wait,
Jen.
Jen.
Yeah.
Does the DEXA scan show collagen?
You know, I don't think a DEXA scan does. And it's weird she brought this up. I wish I could get it in my head when Jameson had one, which was asked by the parents. And it was very recent. I'm thinking it was like this time last year. So I guess the prosecutor got their hands on it. But I can't remember the findings. Carrie, if you're listening and you want to text me.
No, so Grok says it primarily measures bone mineral density and body composition, such as fat and lean mass.
Collagen.
It is not specifically designed to directly assess collagen. So no.
And that's why he's saying it. I mean, if his bones are fine at the time of the DEXA scan, that still doesn't tell you how his bones were when he was born.
And it doesn't tell you anything about the collagen, which can lend to the problems with the bone, which
genetic testing can tell you about the collagen. They just don't like the answer.
They don't like the answer that they got, and they keep unknown significance.
Americans, dumb and proud.
USA, dumb and proud.
USA,
oh my God.
USA. Mark,
this trial is just making me lose faith in this country and our medical system. Of course, the Kowalski trial really did put the nail in that coffin.
At least that's true. This one, at least the justice system, to a degree, gives us a little bit of hope. When you have a
absolutely,
judge, you have
Judge Smith is my hero. I love this woman. Auntie Sue is the best. I love her, and I wish it was appropriate to send judges cards. It isn't, folks. Don't do it. I wish it was appropriate because I would like her to know how much we love her. Yeah. Hopefully, one day she'll watch some of this because you know what? Judge Carroll watched us and he knew how much we loved him and he put it in order. Yeah. So, he put our jokes in an order. So it is possible she has the freedom to watch YouTube if she wants. And Auntie Sue, if you are watching this, ma'am, we love you. Thank you. Thank you for being fair. Yeah, thank you for being fair. Thank you for just applying the law. Thank you for not letting the prosecutors get away with their absolute ridiculous shit. It is so rare that we watch a judge who is not partial to the prosecution. It's very, very rare. Yeah. And it shouldn't be that way. Judges are supposed to be completely impartial. They're supposed to look at it, every case, as if they have no bias going in, no bias for the prosecution and no bias for the defense, just a solid judge down the middle. And I feel
like this judge did it. She did. She was so respectful to both sides. At the end of everything, she thanked the prosecution. She thanked the defense team. She was so respectful. I think that was hard for her personally.
But she didn't let them get away with their shit, which is something that I am so sick of judges doing. In fact, it's so bad. It's so usual that judges will do this, that they lean towards the prosecution, that you almost expect a certain amount of it. And so as you watch the trials, you're like, well, yeah, that, that's going to happen. Instead of being like, no, it should never be that way. There should never be any showing preference to one side. And I really appreciate you, Sue. I appreciate you, Judge Smith. I think you did an amazing job. And I hope more of these cases come before her.
Hey, one thing, I know you're on a schedule today, but this is important. I don't think I ever shared this. In the very beginning, day one of getting into this courthouse, that morning, the DA, Sharon Fox, was trying to move this trial to a different jurisdiction.
Oh,
that morning, we were all there for the first day of jury selection, which lasted 4 days, by the way. They tried to call in 600 jurors. 600
wow.
And they went through, I forget how many, just under 100, I think, through those 4 days.
Unbelievable.
And Sharon Fox wanted to move it because she felt there was too much. Carrie and Brady had put up signs in their town. Their community had stood by them. She didn't like that. So she was trying to move it to a different jurisdiction. What would have happened then with a different judge?
Who got to make that decision?
I don't know, actually. It was really confusing at the time because
it was probably Judge Smith.
I think it is. I think
because if she was the assigned judge, you
yes.
have to appeal to her.
So
she was probably just like, no,
because I wanted to move the Hernandezes to a different place, and when I looked up how you would do the protocol, you have to ask that judge. So we would have had to ask.
And I mean, listen,
can we get
they couldn't even get the Karen Reed case moved out of there, and that was way more high profile than this one. They couldn't even get. I think the only one in recent history that they did move out of the place was the Koberger trial, and then that never went to trial. Maybe the one in Indiana too. Didn't the Delphi case get moved out of that county?
No, I think they stayed, which was one of the issues.
That was one of the issues, right? They normally don't do it except if it's a nationally known case. Something that just goes a little viral locally is not that they're not going to do it. Okay, we got to get going.
Sorry, what was the question?
Did you note that he had a successful outpatient circumcision with minimal bleeding?
I don't recall that now, but it's possible, yeah.
Did you note in the medical records from Erlanger that when his blood was drawn, that it stopped bleeding within 30 seconds?
I didn't notice that, no.
Are you aware of studies that show that there is a positive correlation between rib fractures and child abuse?
I'm aware of the literature, but that is mainly based on circular reasoning. All the cases in which rib fractures are accidentally found after X-ray imaging for another purpose, then a skeletal survey is made, they diagnose rib fractures and conclude this is abuse. That's why it seems to be specific for abuse, because they always conclude abuse, and that's nonsense. That's circular reasoning, a deadly sin in science.
That is definitely also a boom roasted.
Back from May the 5th of 2022,
definitely
correct?
Yes.
At that point, Jameson was still a baby, correct?
Yes.
The chat has spoken. They hate the prosecutor. You may 90% of the chat has spoken. You may now check off chat hates prosecutor. I don't blame you, chat.
One of the things you thought you noted was the fact that his sutures of fissures were closing too soon, which could have been a sign of craniosynostosis, correct?
That's correct, yes.
I don't
know how he developed, so.
Yeah. Would you be surprised to find out that they closed normally and he did not have that condition?
Well, it's possible, yes.
You also thought he looked like he was going to have Cole-Carpenter syndrome. That was actually your conclusion in the end, that was definitely a possibility based on your review of his images.
A possibility based on a lack of information.
Yeah. Would you be surprised to know he does not have that syndrome?
Now, have the genes for that syndrome been tested?
He's been seen by 2 geneticists in America.
But that doesn't mean much.
That doesn't mean it was tested.
That doesn't mean he was tested with our inferior panels that they take anyway, because he already talked to every lab in America and they don't do the right testing. So what does it mean? It means nothing if he was tested by American geneticists.
Yeah.
Are you, so you're wrong on both of those. It was good guessing, but wrong, correct?
What a bitch!
That's not what his reports said. His reports were giving differential diagnoses. Gosh,
What a bitch.
She's horrible.
She was just laughing at him.
Yes.
What a
You
bitch.
were wrong.
Check
in
it
both
off.
of those.
Check it off. What a bitch.
What
Holy
a
cow.
bitch.
I think we can also check off everyone gets angry. We are now angry.
And can we do brassy locks, Kahunti behavior?
Yes.
Do it all.
Do them
Right?
all.
All
Do
of
them all.
it. Rude. Fucking
Rude. Bitch. Rude. I don't
Like-
have rude. Rude. Kahunti behavior.
Great.
Flux gets angry. And everyone is angry.
What
Holy
a bitch.
What a bitch. God, from now on, every trial
Jesus.
stream I ever do is going to have what a bitch on the bingo square. That's my favorite square. What a bitch.
What a bitch.
So you were wrong on both of those.
Who called him
correct?
sweetie?
So you're
Someone
wrong
say
on both of
sweetie?
those. It was good guessing, but wrong, correct?
Sorry? What?
So you were wrong on both
sorry.
of those diagnoses.
And
But we're not diagnosis.
I would interpose.
Objection.
Diagnosis was a suggestion.
Objection. You can check off
Did you
objection.
hear him? He said it wasn't a
Yeah.
diagnosis. It was a suggestion. It's called differential diagnoses, something that the state of Georgia doesn't do.
Oh,
You know, we just do abuse. We
interesting.
don't do any other, we don't label anything else it could be. Normal, good doctors do that.
Just a suggestion?
Just one moment, Dr. Pals. Okay, wait just a minute, sir. What's your objection? And I would object to the mischaracterization of the witness's report. His summary and conclusion specifically reported the types of medication being used, as well as there being no evidence supporting the conclusion of non-accidental injury, as well as embryonic exposure. There is no discussion of a conclusion or diagnosis that would support the state's characterization of him. Ms. Fox?
My conclusion is that in the case of JT, the reported fractures have been caused by a combination of brittle bones and normal handling or minor trauma.
Wait a minute, I need you to read it to me. I just needed what your response to her objection.
It includes what I just said. The next sentence is what I said.
What?
I have a right to cross him on his written report.
Okay, so your response is it's contained in his report.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay, I would overrule the objection, and sir, you can answer the question.
Overruled. Check it off.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, Ms. Fox.
I think Ms. Bernard did not like my word diagnosis. Those were conclusions, and I think the word you're using today were suggestions of what the child might have. Correct?
Yes.
They ended up being wrong.
And Your Honor, I would again interpose my objection. I would again interpose my objection. The state cannot cite to any part of the report that uses the phrase conclusion in response to the specific two medical conditions she was referring to. The conclusion was regarding the brittle bones and normal handling. I'll sustain that objection. Go ahead with your next question,
Sustained.
Your Honor.
Are you familiar with the article Evaluating Young Children with Fractures for Child Abuse? It's a clinical report. It was authored by Haney, Sherry, DeMeglio, Perez, Rosello, Surveys, Merchant, and the Council for Child Abuse and Neglect.
And I thought you were against scientific publications.
My question is, are you familiar with that article?
Not if you mention it like that, I'm not sure. Probably.
Okay.
I'm aware of it somewhere, but there's so many publications in this field that I don't know.
Yeah, if you were here in person, I would give it to you so you could look at it and see if you've read that one. It came out this year
What a
in
bitch.
January of 2025. Have you been keeping up to date with the literature?
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah,
What
I
a...
kept up with the literature the last couple of months while I was in
I've been in the
Are
hospital, you
aware there's
bitch.
literature that criticizes
Oh, what a cunt.
What is her thing with literature? It's like she thinks you have to read the most updated literature to have knowledge. That's so aggravating.
I dropped the C word. You may check off the C word because this woman is a C word.
Yeah.
He was in the hospital for the last couple months, and she's all, well, you don't keep up with the literature. Well, I was hospitalized. If it's new, then yeah. Rizilla, you can't have 15 minutes of obligatory bullshit. It was only 11. I was counting. We only went to 11 today. Nana, let's see. Who is it? Who's in contempt in the chat? It's Nana Mel. She's cheating. She wants contempt of chat. So you're going to get it. Have I mentioned that this witness looks like Bill Nye? Nana Mel, step up to the bench. You are now being held in contempt of chat. You must go immediately to the Timms fundraiser and donate $5 or more immediately to pay your fine. Don't do it again. And you may check off chat is in contempt. Chat contempt. All right, here we go.
Testimony such as yours that link prenatal medications to abuse.
Wait,
Well,
what?
it's linked to abuse.
Wait. What was the question?
I didn't catch it.
Oh, there's okay in this report. The question is there's criticism. There's literature that criticizes.
Testimony such as yours that link prenatal medications to abuse.
Well,
But that's
it's
not,
linked to abuse. That's correct. Of course, there is no link between that. I say that prenatal.
that's not what he's saying. He's not saying that the medications are linked to abuse. He's saying the medications are linked to false accusations of abuse. Is she stupid or something? Is there a square on here for defense is too stupid to breathe? Cork on the fork. Cork on the fork. I got a bingo. Cork on the fork. Look at,
Gosh, that was fast today.
I got a bingo. Sustained, overruled, cork on the fork, river dancing, and boom roasted. That was a fast bingo. I'm going for a full card though. So we'll see. Yeah, she's too stupid. Somebody put a cork on her fork. She's going to harm herself at lunchtime.
Medication affects the bone quality of the babies. And I have the evidence for that. I showed you that, told you that.
My question is, are you aware there's articles out there criticizing the connection?
Well, yeah, there's also articles that say that shaken baby syndrome is real, and that's total nonsense.
Oh my God, I need several boxes for mic drop.
Yes!
There's finally someone said it. And in fact, these prosecutors probably still use shaken baby.
She is going to not like this. I thought it was Indiana Bones who said this, but it was
I
him.
think he did. I thought that he brought it up too, or something. But oh my God, it's total I have to hear that. I have to hear that again.
Criticizing the connection.
Well, yeah, there's also articles that say that shaken baby syndrome is real, and that's total nonsense.
You don't believe in shaken baby syndrome either?
It's not real.
She said in contrast with the laws of physics. What he's saying is caused by the shaking is impossible to explain with the laws of physics that we teach in high school. The doctors who still believe in that have to go back to high school.
If we could check off witness makes state look stupid twice, we would. If we could
Mic
check off
drop.
boom roasted, mic drop,
I just almost spit out my
a new card.
coffee.
Oh my God, this man is so amazing. I freaking love him. I love him so much. And by the way, there are still doctors out there who are putting people in jail for shaken baby syndrome, and it was debunked years ago. Years ago. Like he said, it does not comport with the laws of physics. It is impossible.
You know, Robertson is sitting on death row in Texas. If you've seen that case, you really should look into it. Last year, he was supposed to be killed. He's going to be the first person to ever be put to death for shaken baby syndrome.
Oh
this
my
was
God.
20, 30 years ago, and he's autistic. They found that out, that he's autistic. He had no emotions. when he brought his little girl to the hospital when this happened. So that's what they went off of. You should look into it.
Has the Innocence Project taken him on?
Everybody has. Even the prosecutor from that case has come forward and said we were wrong.
The state still won't do anything?
No. Texas, Abbott will not do anything. It's so sad. It's so sad. His death date is coming up very soon.
I just asked Grok, and Grok says shaken baby syndrome is real. So all of AI is wrong too.
Yeah, they
It
are.
says it's also known as abusive head trauma.
Yeah, they're changing it now to abusive head trauma.
Tell Grok that shaken baby syndrome is physically impossible according to physics, and see what it comes up with.
Tell him to go back to high school.
Tell him to go back to high school.
I'm gonna start arguing with Grok.
Top doctors say that this is bullshit. Go back to high school. Where did you learn this? Yeah, I think we can check off Nothing Burger because the state's trying to make a case out of shaken baby now. What? Oh, and also circle squunch. We're circle squunching. Yes, and Nothing Burger. All right, here we go.
Last question. Even if Jameson had osteogenesis imperfecta or brittle bones, such as you say, he could still have been abused, correct?
Could have been abused, yes, but I do not see no sign of real hematomas. The blue spots that were shown on his skin, if you go to my report that I submitted in 2022, I think, it was showing a dark blue spot on his arm which was disappeared the next day. That is not a bruise. It's something else. I won't go into that, but it's not a bruise.
If the medical
I'd like to know what it is.
That it was on his body on the 17th.
Yeah, it was gone on the 18th. You look at my report. On the 18th, it was gone. It was disappeared.
On the 18th, he's in the hospital. He didn't get discharged to the 20th. Did you read those reports?
I have in my report taken photos. I showed photos with the date stamps that were from the hospital. One day there was a blue spot on his arm. The next day, the same arm, it was has disappeared. So that is not a bruise. Very simple.
Well, my question was, do you agree that even if Jameson had brittle bone, or as you would say, osteogenesis,
he already answered
even though
this.
it's not connected to the genes we talked about.
Oh yeah, guys, I forgot about. Damn, we should have checked that off with the shaken baby response, that because that definitely hits. Damn. So go ahead and check that off.
Not very likely, because anyway, I would expect more severe fractures.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Fox. Mr. Hood, do you have questions of this witness?
Dr. Pals, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good afternoon or good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
My name is Jason Hood, and I represent Mr. Brady Timms in this case. I've just got a few questions for you, okay?
Yeah.
We've talked a great deal, especially over the past couple of days, about a phrase that is VUS, for variant of uncertain significance. You are, of course, familiar with that phrase.
Unknown significance. Oh no, Flux's power just went out. Flux lost power. She's frozen on the screen. I didn't even notice. All right, we'll take her out till she comes back. Oh, you're back? Oh, she's not back yet. She's going to try and get it back. Her power went out and came back on. Okay, here we go.
The U in VUS
unknown significance, you can check off.
Stands for uncertain, correct?
Sure, uncertain or unclear, yes.
Okay. And that means, based on my understanding of fundamental English, that we don't know the significance of that variant. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
So
it can be both ways.
How do scientists determine whether or not a variant ever becomes significant?
Well, in many cases, we look at the results of additional testing based on, for example, a skin biopsy. We look at the collagen protein, or it's based on computer analysis of the protein, of the effect of the mutation on the protein, and we can predict that way whether or not we expect an effect on the function of the protein.
Would I be correct in presuming that essentially what it takes is further time, further research, further analysis of the variant? Is that correct?
That's possible, yes, that would give more information, yes, correct.
In your experience and in your history, have you been familiar with variants that at one point in time were labeled as VUSs that became later characterized as either pathogenic or benign?
Yes, I do that very often because I'm the curator of the international databases in this field. So it's my decision to say whether they are not likely to be pathogenic or not.
This is like the moment in the Kowalski trial when Dr. Neuberger gets on the stand and they ask him about the child abuse pediatric field, and he's like, well, I built the field. I am the founder. I am the founder of the field. It was basically like asking Moses to talk about, to describe the tablets, and Moses be, well, I walked up the mountain and God handed them to me.
Right.
Like, you're literally talking to the Moses of the field, and it's embarrassing for the state to be like, oh, I guess you got it wrong, huh? You got it wrong.
Yes. Yes. And same when he said, I teach the medical doctors. And he's like, lawyers don't teach lawyers.
Yeah,
PhD
law professors aren't lawyers. Yeah.
She just doesn't get that.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
How long can that process take?
Oh, it can take sometimes years until new information is available. It's not always possible to just look at the in silico or the computer analysis of the protein.
So it's not a question that can be answered during this trial. Is that correct?
Right.
Yes, it's we cannot answer this question now. It maybe we can do it next week, or maybe we can do it next year or next decade. We don't know.
But these folks are being prosecuted this week, right?
Yes.
I love that.
So we don't, and then
go ahead.
If I get new information in the next few days, I can comment on that, of course. Yes. But otherwise, we don't know.
The defects in collagen and collagen production can impact the formation of blood vessels and capillaries in the skin.
Ooh.
That's correct, yes.
Can that cause markings or result in markings in a child or an individual that resemble bruising but are in fact not bruises?
That's correct, yes. That's what we see in our patients.
And what would those markings look like in your experience?
Sometimes they look like regular bruises, and they behave like that also by staying present for days, 2 weeks, and they cover from blue to green to yellow and then disappear. And sometimes, like we see in Jameson, these dark blue spots, there is a name for them that I don't know, but they are actually different from bruises in that they disappear very quickly. And there are more border on them. So a bruise is usually very, does not have a defined borderline. It's just dark blue in the middle, light blue to the sides, and then it disappears. And these markings that I saw photographs of in Jameson have a very sharp outline. They do not look at all like bruises.
They don't. We saw them, Chad.
Because on the same arm, a photo that was date stamped by the hospital 1 day later, the blue spot has disappeared.
And it wasn't just that they didn't look like normal bruises. We saw these pictures and they also showed the vein structure very clearly through the skin. It was very translucent and you could see there was like a capillary issue head to toe. He had rashes all over, like it looked like a rash, but not a rash. It was basically like his skin became transparent and you could see his vein structure underneath the skin. And in certain places, those veins were much darker blue that became like, it looked like what a bruise, a blue or purple would look like, but then it would go away the next day. I would have been terrified if I saw that on my baby, and I would absolutely have taken my baby to the hospital for that. Absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
And you know what really bothers me is that Carrie did that. She took the baby to the hospital for those bruises, and they said they were going to do blood testing for cancer, and they lost the tests and never redid them.
Yeah.
Never checked for the cancer that they initially thought the baby might have. Think about how negligent that is.
And then the state never brought those markings up in this court. They were never even going to bring it up. Why? Because of how you looked at it, Megan, Flux, how you guys saw it and knew immediately, no way is that abuse. There's no way someone could even do that to a baby.
No way. I don't know what would cause that. How do you make a baby's vein structure visible through the skin through abuse? That doesn't make any sense. And any person with a thinking mind and eyeballs can tell you that. You don't need a medical degree to look at that picture and say that's not abuse. In fact, I'm going to find it and pull it up in a minute, so you got those of you who missed it will be able to see it.
I have no explanation for that, but it's not a bruise.
I want to make sure that I heard and understood your statement about the VUS at COL 182 and the SP7 VUS. I want to make sure that I understand part of your testimony correctly, okay?
Yes.
As I interpreted what you were saying, it was that sometimes when you have variants, a variant that may not be of significance and another variant that in and of itself may not be of significance, there can be interplay between those two that may be significant. Did I understand that correctly?
But that is not regarding the VUS, but it's more with what we call the recessive pathogenic variants, that one pathogenic variant in the gene is supposed to be recessive so that there's no disease. But what we see nowadays, when we have more families with these diseases, with these gene mutations, we see that the carriers often have a mild form of the disease. Or when there are pathogenic variants in 2 or 3 or more of these recessive genes, in different genes, that can have an additive effect, because each of those have an effect on collagen. Only 50% loss of one of those enzyme or chaperone molecules will not really have a clinical effect. But if you have more than one of those genes that is mutated or has a pathogenic variant, I want to say, that can have an effect. We call it a polygenic or multigenic effect, to distinguish it from recessive.
If I could, I want to ask you a couple of questions about the spectrum of...
All right, let's take a look at the bruising that they were talking about that did not get used in the trial, and for obvious reasons. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, that does not look like a normal bruise. It just doesn't. And also look at his belly. Why was nothing said about the belly? His belly, let's zoom in. His belly has similar markings. They're just lighter. Do you see it? I see a pattern here. Here's one on the right knee over here, and on the left knee, look at how it follows the is it called venial structure? I'm not sure, but the veins, it follows the veins. Now look at this other here. There's another one. This one is a little stretched out, so you can see it almost looks like it follows the vein patterns. Look at this one. Get real close. Do you see the capillaries over here on the right side? Those are going all the way up the leg. See this? Like you can see it. I don't know if you guys are seeing this the way I'm seeing it, but here, let me try and point it out.
You can see all his little veins.
Good.
Yeah.
You can see all his little veins. This is not, now look at this one. This one is incredible. This one goes, it just showed there's something going on. His entire head, his face, look at his little arm. It's this complete pattern of maybe those are capillaries. I don't know, but you're definitely seeing this veiny structure underneath, and there, some of them are much darker, which appear to be like bruises. But this could not possibly be from abuse, and I am not at all surprised that the prosecution did not use these
Didn't
pictures.
use them. Yeah.
No kidding.
They like to bring it up, but they just don't they didn't put it into evidence.
Do you know why the defense decided not to use these pictures?
I don't. We have a really good hematologist, pathologist. Dr. La Posada is going to testify in this trial, and he does a really good job talking about what happened. But even they don't get brought up. You never see these pictures, and I don't know why.
Was Dr. La Posada used in a different case? I feel like I know that name.
I don't know.
He was used in our 11 Alive, Rebecca Lindstrom's documentary of all the families here in Georgia.
Oh, maybe that's where you saw it, because I shared that. Carrie is calling out her dad's smoker's cough for those of you on with the bingo cards. So if you have that on your bingo card, make sure you check that off. I got to remember what that sounds like, because when she's not here, I never hear it. All right.
And it's funny because I also have a smoker's cough, and I'm like also super self-conscious about it. So when I hear other people, I'm like, oh, look, it's other people with their smoker coughs. I'm not alone.
Everybody can calm down now. Sticky Widget is here. Everyone calm down.
Disease or findings that you see in patients that have OI or osteogenesis imperfecta. When I got involved in this case years ago now, my impression or understanding about OI was that it was a disease that would be readily apparent to somebody who saw a child, and the child would have numerous fractures throughout their childhood, and it was a very, very bad syndrome with bad effects. Can you talk a little bit, or tell me a little bit more about the mild side of that spectrum and what you typically see?
Yes, it's a very broad spectrum, and many mild cases don't get diagnosed until later age because they have less fractures. And so these children have been lucky maybe, and they have a less severe effect. I already mentioned that in all the genes together, there are several thousands of different variants that cause the disease. So that's actually not one simple effect on the disease. There are more than 3,000 or 4,000 different effects on the disease. And that's giving a very broad spectrum of severity. And most people, well, if people know a patient with OI, osteogenesis imperfecta, at all, it's usually an intermediate case that has many fractures. Some cases have very few fractures within the same family. We can see children have had no fractures at all, but did inherit the pathogenic dominant variant in the collagen genes from their parents, from one of their parents. And it depends probably on other genetic factors, or maybe also on external factors. Food, drugs, whatever.
I love this man.
Vitamin D.
He's awesome.
All right,
I love
Doctor,
him.
I think those are all the questions I have for you. The other attorneys may have some follow-up questions, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Hood. Ms. Bernard, do you have any additional questions for this witness?
Only one question for redirect, Dr. Pals. You mentioned when speaking to Ms. Fox that the issue was the collagen, not the minerals. Is there a way you can explain the difference between collagen and minerals in a bone, how it affects bone strength?
Example, if you have, I don't know if you're old enough to remember the blackboards in school where we have these little white chalks.
How cute is he?
But it's 100% minerals and you can easily break it. If you compare that with a chicken bone, it's very difficult to break it because it's a little bit flexible and very strong. And that's because the chicken bone has all these collagen fibers inside it. So that's the importance of the collagen in the bone. So the minerals are brittle. Together with the collagen, they form a stable and elastic structure.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pals.
He's so cool.
The human body is so freaking amazing. I think there should be like a new law in jurisprudence where the state and its prosecutors are not allowed to pretend to be medical experts, and only the medical experts are allowed to testify.
See how he says goodbye in here, Megan, before, don't close him out.
All right.
I want to see if it was
Ms. Bernard. No further questions from me, Your Honor.
Ms. Fox, any additional questions?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Hood, any additional questions? Would this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for your time, Dr. Pauls.
Ms. Fox?
No objection.
You're welcome.
Mr. Hood? Dr. Pauls, thank you for joining us by Zoom, and we can all sign off now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I will leave the meeting now.
I believe the meeting now. Oh my God.
So cute.
I love him.
He's smart.
I loved him so
And
much.
Chalk.
He bitch slapped him.
Yeah, he did. The chalk and the chicken bone, like how much sense does that make?
That was a beautiful analogy. That was beautiful.
He's very good he's a very good teacher. I could sit in his class forever. And I'm telling you, him and Dr. Bones. Yeah. And I'm not even interested in these subjects generally. Not in college I wasn't. I failed every biology class. I just didn't even want to go. But if I had professors like this, I would have been there every single day, listening. It's amazing. And I do worry about losing these giants in these fields. I worry about it. Are there even people like this left to take their places? I hope so.
Somebody in his facility, because he has over 200 people in the lab now. I hope so.
Certainly he has taught many, many, many PhDs and doctors to know what's real and what isn't. Kat Buchanan, thanks for the 5. Jell-O is a breakfast food, right? Jell-O shots for everyone. Anna Abbey, thanks for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. And Kat Buchanan, thanks for the 5. Your friendly neighborhood cats will provide the small 11% ABV Jell-O containers to get through Brassy Locks. Oh man, Brassy Locks, let me tell you what, she's a pill. And Razilla's Realm, thanks for the super tip.
Megan had hikers checking her out. Should have had bikers there about performing her little river dance, leaving very little to chance.
We are praying for a little splash with my luck. She'll do a hug and dash.
That's funny. All right, we are right on time because I needed to be out of here by 11:15, and sure enough, we are out. I am leaving you with a very short exit video. Have fun. We will be back. You know what? I need to decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. The dog has to go in for his big vet appointment, and I don't know what time I need to pick him up. So I don't know. I need to kind of figure out how long that's going to be. So I might not know, ladies, if I can do this tomorrow until later. I have to drop him at 8. It's like a 45-minute drive. That means I'm not going to be back here until 9:30, 9:45-ish. So I don't know. I'm going to have to see about tomorrow. So stay tuned on that one, chat. And if we are going live tomorrow, I will definitely let you know. But Archie Ruckus has to go get his ears treated and his skin checked and all the other stuff. Oh, tomorrow is Jameson's 4th birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jameson. And in fact, I need to play him the birthday song just in case I'm not here tomorrow.
Happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday.
if you would like to give Jameson a birthday present, get on over to the Jamesons or to the Timms fundraiser and drop him a birthday gift over there, because his family could definitely use a vacation, and we want them to thrive and not just survive. We want them to get past all this. We want them to be able to pay all their bills that they need to pay for their great attorneys, and also to have some downtime. And Brady needs some new socks, man. I'm telling you what, we need a meme, by the way, of Brady getting a new sock like Dobby. We need that, because he's got holes in his socks, man. All right, we are out of here. I'll keep you posted about tomorrow. See ya.
Okay.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
we're
a
trying
look.
can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.